Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I've got my friend Chris coming over in his new 991 Turbo. So let's go check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Auto Amateur, and this time I am not in the Auto Amateur garage, I'm in my friend Chris's garage with his brand new Turbo. Chris, I'm just so excited for you.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably know Chris because he's been in quite a few of my videos already. He used to drive a black 991.2 Targa, which featured in a video or two. He just recently moved up to a 992 C4S,
correct,
which was the first 992 in North America delivered to a customer with the body kit, and it was absolutely spectacular. And now he's gone back to a 991, but it's a turbo. So I guess first question, Chris, which a lot of people I think are going to ask, what made you go from the latest platform, the 992, to a 991?
Okay, well, right now, and as you know, the market right now is kind of just insane. Mm-hmm. And I went back and forth, going, well, do I order a new, maybe a GTS. I had one with Porsche, kind of an allocation already kind of set aside. But then it was like, I wanted something, because I've been in this habit where I'm, kind of replacing a car about every 12 months.
Yeah.
Which, is great. But on the other hand, it's like I'm leasing these cars, and because they're a lease, I'm not really doing anything fun with it. There's no mods, there's no little little tweak.
You're not making them yours.
Well, I'm making them mine when I build them, but then it's like, okay, now I have them, and now So I wanted something that I could have as, like I said, a little bit of a kind of a play, kind of a play car or something you can do. Just kind of make a little bit more your own. So, and I've been looking, and I went back and forth. I'm like, well, I was going to get a GT3. I mean, you and I had spoken, and we were going to. I found this gorgeous GT3 in Chicago. I went all the way down the field with the sales guy there, and it almost happened, and then this one popped up locally, and it was one owner, low mileage, obviously, and in perfect condition with basically every option. It's optioned as almost like a Turbo S, so it's got Burmeister and PDCC, and I mean, the only thing I'm missing is really carbon ceramics and center lock wheels.
Carbon fiber.
A little bit of carbon fiber interior, but yes. But it was kind of, it was a price that I couldn't really pass on, and the 992, I'd been going back and forth for a long time. I mean, with the market being the way it was, I knew that essentially I was being paid to drive that car, and I got out of it making an insane amount of money. But
that's nuts.
So
I mean, good for you, but isn't that just like funny the way the market works like that?
So it was here it is, and like I said, I kind of wanted a little bit of a project car, something that I could, like I said, kind of have some fun with. And the Turbo is always, or Turbo S is always your, aspirational car. If you're going to get any model, you got to go at least
I think so too. I mean, when you were talking about getting a GT3, I was super excited because that's my favorite car.
Yeah.
But when you talked about the Turbo, I mean, I think one of the first times we ever spoke, you told me that, your ultimate 911 was the Turbo.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that you've got this. And you said project car. That's music to my ears.
I know.
Mods, what do we
so,
and by you, I mean what are we doing to your car?
So I've already done a couple little minor mods to the car. So when I first got it, it had couple little silver trim pieces on it. So first thing I did was I replaced the washer caps So those were in silver. I don't think there was you could get them in body color or silver. Yeah. I ended up switching them out to the black because I think it just added a little, it's got some black accents on it.
Yeah.
The other big piece is I replaced all the badging. All the badging on the back, the model designation was in silver.
Oh, that's really good.
So I popped that all off, replaced that with the matte black badging as well. So totally changes the back of the car. So
it's amazing what a little mod like that can really do.
Little mods like that. But yeah, I've got a few projects that I've been thinking about with this car. Interior wise, I really want to go with, I think it's got red gauges, sport chrono in red. Yeah. Just because it's all black. So I'm thinking for sure I wanted to change out to red seat belts just to give it a little extra pop in the inside. Exterior, it's, I don't know. There's a few things I'd like to do to make it a little less, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say it's boring, but,
Carbon fiber intake?
Well, if I got to do carbon fiber intakes, then the mirrors have to get replaced, and then I probably even need to replace that. And then I maybe do the wing too.
I didn't even put that suggestion in your head, and you're already thinking about it. I love it.
So then it's just going to go all the way down the rabbit hole and replace everything. So.
Well, I mean, I'm so excited for you. It's absolutely gorgeous. It puts out 520?
520 right now, yep.
Okay, and so what I've learned in the past year or so is that you can get a lot out of a tune for a turbocharged car.
So that's where I kind of feel like the turbo is almost a little bit better than, a little bit more of because the pricing right now for the Turbo S's, you're going to pay probably another $20K, if you're depending on the mileage, at least if for the same car, probably $20K more.
Yeah.
I can put a $2,000 tune on the car and put out more horsepower than the S.
Yeah.
And I'm just, you said, the only thing I'm missing is I don't have carbon ceramics, which I honestly don't want anyway. I'd rather be on steels. And, maybe the center lock wheels, which, whatever. I mean, I personally really like the Turbo 2 wheels, especially in black.
Yeah.
So.
And the red ties with the red inside the car.
Exactly. So it's kind of, I wouldn't change the wheels anyway, so definitely, like I said, but yeah, and then probably at some point in time, maybe, like I said, looking at an exhaust too. Definitely, it's a little quiet for my liking.
We can hook you.
Yeah.
We can fix that.
We need to, for sure, probably switch out at least the mufflers and do something with maybe a soul or something like that. And that just give a little bit more growl.
Every 911 needs soul. So 520 horses from the factory floor. The Turbo S is 560?
560, and then
so with a tune, you can get into the healthy 600s.
Easily. Seeing a couple different tunes out there, even Soul Performance tune or their what do they call it, the ECS tune, 630. I mean that's 110 horsepower is
What a beast!
I mean it would be a beast.
So your 992 was turbocharged. This is the turbo turbocharged. Does it drive the same?
So what I've felt, it drives, all the 911s drive wonderful, but from a standing still, they feel very similar off launch. They launch, it feels like I said, I think the 0 to 60s are probably very similar between the two. Where I see a tremendous amount more power is obviously it's got way more torque than my 4S had. And when you're just kind of at going 60 and I give it gas, this thing just wants to just go.
Wow.
I mean, that's where I really feel the difference between the 3.8 motor, the bigger turbos, the more power.
So this is 480 or 90
it was something like 483 or something like that.
And your 4S was 400?
Yeah, it was, I don't even know if it was that high. It wasn't that high.
Oh, really?
370. No, now you're quoting me and I can't think off the top of my head.
Okay.
It was right around 400, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe in the 390, 380s.
And you got the torque a lot sooner in the rev range with the turbos. So you get lower end torque and that torque's not going away. So as you get faster and you can still put the power in.
Yep. So it definitely is faster than my 992 4S. I mean, there is no question about it. This thing would.
Well, congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
So now we're going to be putting in Joy Auto, not in this video, but I've come here today to Chris's place to put Apple CarPlay into his 991. We shot some of this footage the other day, and we put Chris's car against my base Carrera 991. And the first time we tried to drag, I kept myself in park.
Yeah.
That was not entirely unembarrassing. And then when we did it for real, I mean, you just killed me. But
yeah.
Wow. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
For many, the Turbo represents the ultimate 911. Ultimate in terms of power, in styling, in refinement, in luxury, and in desirability. And they're probably not wrong. It's pretty much the most powerful Porsche that's been put out there generation after generation, starting with the 930 back in 1975 and the 934, which was the racing equivalent introduced in 1976. The Turbo introduced a new look for the 911. The same silhouette, the same iconic headlights, but the flared rear end, the wide body, the whale tail as it quickly became known in 1975 and onwards, and through the 964 and the 993, and then into the water-cooled generations, the Turbo has consistently been holding its value, been rising in value in many cases, certainly in the 993 and the 964 eras, and now into the 992 generation. It's faster than ever, it's cooler than ever, and to many, it is the ultimate thrill. Unless your name is Nick Murray, in which case you think the Turbo's boring. Nick.
Wow, guys, what a car. What an absolute beautiful car. I don't know what to say. I mean, it beat me off the line every time. It beat me on a rolling start. It beat me on a straight. It beat me around the curves. It's just, it's an incredible car. Like 3 seconds, 0 to 60. You know, this myth maybe, and perhaps it was true for the 996 and the 997 generation, but this myth of the turbo lag, I don't think that applies to the 991 generation, and it certainly didn't apply to the 992 Turbo that I drove recently. That thing just goes. We're rolling start, we're both in second gear. Before my car's even really kicked into, sorry, we're both in third gear. Before my car's even really kicked in to go down to second or to just, you know, accelerate, Chris is already a couple of car lengths in front of me. Just a remarkable car, absolutely remarkable car. Now, you know, Chris did admit that I maybe beat him off the line on that little mini drag just there. I was ahead of him for at least a foot of that drag. You know, so for a 1/10 of a second, I felt like a champion, and then he just pulled away. Oh man, so much fun though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's always so much fun making them with my friends. Nice to get out of the garage a little bit today, even though we've had mixed weather here. There was thunder and lightning earlier, and now it's cleared up a little bit. Anyway, that's it for another video, guys. Thank you so much for checking in. Now the weather's cleared up, maybe I'll stay out and continue the drive, but it's always nice making these videos with friends. So that's it. More content coming soon. I've got my Moschhammer Duck Evo tail that's going to be arriving next week from Germany. I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I'm going to get that painted and then get it installed. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's it. Take care, get out and drive, and I'll see you soon. Bye.